Hey, hope everyone's having a fantastic day. Today's video is how I lost 20 pounds eating a high sugar diet. So while I cut this watermelon here, I'm going to explain to you the story of how I lost 20 pounds eating a high sugar diet, and I'm also going to show you what I ate today as well. So it all started about 12 years ago. That's when I made the diet change. And the reason I changed my diet is before 12 years ago, I was eating a standard American diet. Maybe slightly better because I was eating fruits and vegetables every day, but it was just not nearly as much as I'm eating now. I was eating a lot of, a lot more processed foods, a lot more meat, things like that. So around 12 years ago, I saw some documentaries like Forks Over Knives and some other ones as well. And I had never heard of anything like that before about a plant-based diet, eating a diet, more of whole foods like fruits and vegetables. And I learned all about it around 12 years ago. And I decided to change my diet just for the fact of long-term health. At the time I was 188 pounds and now I'm 168. So I did lose 20 pounds changing my diet, but I didn't change my diet for weight loss at all. In fact, I didn't even have any idea that I would lose any weight, or that I really had no idea that I was, sort of puffy and inflamed until I had switched over to a plant-based, higher carb, higher sugar diet. And before long, I just looked at myself and I realized, wow, I've really trimmed down and I've gotten more ripped, more lean. The puffiness in my face was gone. So I didn't even realize it until after it happened. And like I said, I didn't even try to lose weight. It just came off. It was very easy. It was nothing I tried to do. And it happened very quickly. So, this was 12 years ago. I don't know exactly how long it took, but it was definitely a matter of probably, a couple of months. And the inflammation was just gone. And my face wasn't like puffy like it had been. And that was pretty much it. So how did I do it? I just changed my diet. I was already exercising. I was already working out. I mean, I've been working out for, since I was around 15 years old, and I'm 45 now. So I changed my diet when I was about 33 years old. And I had already been working out, 3 to 5 days a week. I just continued working out, continued exercising. The only thing I changed was the diet I was eating. So I went from, like I said, sort of more of a standard American diet to more of a plant-based diet with a focus on more of a focus on carbohydrates or sugar. So a lot more fruit, vegetables, huge salads, smoothies, things like that. And it was just effortless. I mean, if you're trying to get rid of inflammation, if you're trying to lose weight, if you're trying to lose fat, if you're trying to lose waste, then switch to a diet of, mainly fruits and vegetables, a diet very high in fruits and vegetables. If the weight's not coming off or it's not working, then you're not eating enough fruits and vegetables in your diet, especially water-rich fruit, things like watermelon, mangoes, berries, pineapple. If you load your diet with that, the inflammation is going to go away, and you are going to your body's just going to self-regulate to the weight that it should be. So now at 45 years old, I'm 168 pounds, and my weight has just stayed the same. I do not fluctuate whatsoever, and I'm really happy about that because I'm just staying fit, fit and shredded all year long, and I never have to worry about counting calories and any of that. I just eat the food that my body wants, and it just self-regulates as it should. So I generally have my first meal usually around 1 p.m. I do practice intermittent fasting, and I've done that for quite a number of years. I'm not hungry till 1 p.m., so that's when I have my first meal. I do my workouts fasted at 11 a.m. I generally drink 2 liters of water throughout the morning to get nice and hydrated. And the first meal for this day was that watermelon, and that was at 1 p.m. So a good way to start out with a big bowl of juicy watermelon, super delicious. My second meal was at 2 p.m. because I started to get hungry already. So I had a big bowl of cherries and a big bowl of strawberries. And then at 4 p.m., I put together a smoothie. This had 2 dates. It had a cup of frozen blueberries. It had about a half a cup of coconut water, a half a cup of almond milk. It had a packet of acai, and it had about a tablespoon to 2 tablespoons of peanut butter and 4 frozen ripe bananas. Now, for my bananas, I freeze them with the peel on once they're nice and ripe. Then I run them under, I put them in a bucket of hot water for about 4 minutes so they thaw out, and then the bananas just come right out of the peel, and they're super delicious, and I like the consistency when I make them that way. And there was the smoothie. It made just over 1 liter, so that was super delicious. And then at 7 p.m. I had dinner. It was a big salad. It had greens, avocado, craisins, quinoa, and sweet potatoes, and I put some sesame ginger dressing, and I also had another bowl of cherries with that, and then I had some Mary's crackers with some hummus. So that was it for the day. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you check out my plant-based recipe ebook in the description box below. Give me a thumbs up or thumbs down. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Subscribe for more videos. Hope everyone has a great day, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.